I think there's still some stuff in the basement.
What basement?
In here. I think I want to, like, fight.
Don't think just another Rocky movie. This one's special. Rocky Balboa is just as powerful as one of the title character's right hooks. Well written and emotionally draining, it's filled with an important message and so much better than anyone expected. I took my kids, who are even bigger Rocky freaks than I am, to a special sneak peek private screening of the film, and we all loved it.
So why did you decide to call the movie Rocky Balboa instead of Rocky 6?
Because I wanted it to feel like it's the last one. If you put another number to it, it sounds like it could be going, oh, then there's going to be 7 and 8. But Rocky Balboa, the first one just was called Rocky, and now it's his last name. So it's like a bookend. Rocky, and then Rocky Balboa, and that's the end.
Let's start building some hurting bombs.
Everybody has a favorite Rocky movie.
Yeah.
Which one was your favorite?
Oh, you know, I like bits and pieces. Like I love, you know, working with Hulk Hogan. That was unbelievable because that you can't fake that. I mean, he was big and there was gravity and that hurt. But Rocky 1, of course, is because no one knew. It was like it was like a miracle, and I love this last one the most.
It takes guts climbing back in that ring, knowing you're gonna take a beating.
So why do you think everybody loves Rocky movies?
Because Rocky is just an average guy who has a lot of heart. He's not super big, he's not super fast, but he just has a lot of will to win. And by the way, he's not afraid to lose either. He understands that life is about winning and losing. The difference is that between a winner and loser is how fast you get up. And he always gets up.
No Rocky 7?
I know, but it had to end. It's been 30 years, but I couldn't, I think, come up with a better ending than I had on this one, so no, this would be it.
Please?
Well, okay, you give me a good story idea, we'll talk about it.
Rocky's leadoff man, Willie Tavares, is off to the best start of his career, and he rarely even hits the ball out of the infield.
Willie Tavares bunts.
He doesn't even need to look at the umpire. Willie Tavares can instantly tell if he's going to be safe the moment the ball hits his bat, and he usually is.
I know when I get a good chance to pull in, and as you know, as a player, you try to. I know they're in a hurry. I know they play real close to, but you know, with my speed, and I think I can bunt well. If I can put the ball where I want, it's going to be a real close play.
Willie shows bunt and puts one down, and it's a good one.
Tavares leads the major leagues with 18 bunt singles this season and enjoys laying one down so much that he rarely even waits for the signal.
The premier bunter in the big leagues.
Sometimes I do it on my own. You know, just don't think about it and just try to lay it down and softball and beat it on the line.
Tavares didn't even know how to bunt when he entered professional baseball in 1999. But now, 8 years later, he's the best at it and has the scars to prove it.
It's even hard to bunt a ball. You know, look at my finger. So that's from bunting.
That's from bunting?
Yeah, that's, you know, when this last 05 was 5 stitches there too, and this is just a couple plays against St. Louis, and you play with fire, you know, you're going to get burned.
Rockies are in Baltimore tonight. They trail the Orioles 2-0 in the 4th inning, but Willie Tavares extended his hitting streak to 13 games with another bunt single.
That's amazing.
Imagine if your idol approached you and introduced himself. And then imagine if he started giving compliments. Now you know how Rocky star Troy Tulowitzki feels tonight. He's a 6'3", 225-pound slugger. Gold glove caliber shortstop.
Leaping to spear that line drive.
And Rookie of the Year candidate. Sound familiar? It should. Rocky star Troy Tulowitzki is drawing comparisons to Major League Baseball legend and Hall of Famer Cal Ripken Jr. Everybody says that Tulo reminds them of you. You agree?
It's a wonderful compliment.
To him or you?
No, to me. I mean, when A-Rod and Derek and all those guys say that, that I paved the way just because I was a bigger shortstop. I feel good about that, but those guys are great players. Tulo's a great player all in itself, and if there was any inspiration to play the position of shortstop because of me, I feel very flattered. But he's a dynamic player. He's his own player, and he's going to be one to watch.
I think it's tough to compare myself with him. I mean, obviously we're similar body-wise, and we played the same position, but he did it for so many years, and I don't even see how you can make the comparisons between me and him.
Of course, there are a few differences we should point out. Ripken played in 2,632 consecutive games. Tulowitzki's longest streak is 61. Cal played in 19 All-Star games. Troy hasn't been there yet. And Rip won 2 Most Valuable Player awards, while Tulo's got a teammate they chant MVP for. But still.
I've heard stories that he's a thinker at the position, but I got a chance to meet him and talk to him today, and he really thinks about baseball in very deep ways, and he's so physically gifted as a defensive player and as an offensive player. He's going to be a really good one.
He came down here and put some time aside for me, and we talked a little bit, and man, that was awesome. For someone that you respect so much, and you never met him, and then for him to be that kind of guy, man, that was kind of priceless.
Ripken kept a close eye on Tulowitzki while he was in town for the National League Championship Series, realized just how special he is, and even admitted to being a little bit jealous.
I told him, he actually has a skill that I couldn't master or possess at all. He throws on the run, from the right side really, really well, and I think he liked that.
He got him. What a play by Tulowitzki.
For him to compliment me on the way that he has been another thing that I've kind of just sat back and looked at and said, wow, me watching Cal Ripken all those years, and for him to say some stuff about me is definitely special for me.
The 1927 New York Yankees with Babe Ruth and Lou Gehrig never won 19 out of 20 games. The 1955 Brooklyn Dodgers with Jackie Robinson and Roy Campanella never won 19 out of 20. And the 1975 Cincinnati Reds with Johnny Bench and Joe Morgan never won 19 out of 20. But the 2007 Colorado Rockies can make it 19 out of 20 tonight. Rocks beat the Arizona Diamondbacks in Game 1 of the National League Championship Series last night and moved to within just 3 victories of their first ever trip to the World Series.
He had the butterflies. I mean, it was an emotional, exciting, high-energy day for all of us. We weren't in the flow of it like we had been. So, today's win, I think, is even more special because of that.
A 2-run single by Brad Hoffman.
I think it's always big to get the first one. Definitely on the road, especially the way our home field, the fans have been at home. Hopefully it'll be. Hopefully we can get another one tomorrow. And
that's how the ball game's gonna end.
The 1972 Oakland A's with Reggie Jackson and Catfish Hunter never won 19 out of 20. I can keep going and going. The Rockies are making baseball history, and we're live at the National League Championship Series in Phoenix. I'm Drew Soicher.
From Colorado sports leader, here's Drew Soicher.
Hi, everybody. The Rockies will set an all-time World Series record even before the Fall Classic begins. Longest wait, 8 days. That's the length of Colorado's vacation after sweeping the Arizona Diamondbacks to win the National League Championship.
Corpus ready. First pitch. Check swing roller. Tulowitzki has it. Throws to first. Ball game. World Series time in Colorado. It's a dream that began in the early 90s when the Rockies were awarded the expansion franchise.
The emotion that you felt when you got that last out, you knew that we were National League champions. Pretty undescribable. I'm just so happy for every guy, every guy in this clubhouse.
Three champagne showers in the span of 14 days. The tiebreaker, the division series, and now this. Woo!
That's cold, huh?
That stings!
That's a good call, though.
Woo!
Dang! How about it?
Does the quality of the champagne increase each round?
I don't even know what it is. I'm not a big champagne guy. I don't think I'm a huge fan of it either as it drips down my face, but
Probably wouldn't mind one more of these, though.
It feels better coming down on top of your head than it does going in your mouth, at least for me.
Best shower I've ever had, right there. I want to have one more.
You know what? You don't really taste it as so much, you feel it. And that's why these goggles have come in really handy. I don't feel it off my eyes like the way that it felt the first couple times.
They're saving the expensive stuff for the World Series.
I hope so. I mean, because we're going to need it. We're going to need a lot more bottles by then.
They play with intensity. They play hard. And they play aggressive. But there's a calmness to them and a professionalism to them that's very, very special.
Check this out. You're not supposed to. It's very unprofessional to leave the locker room with an autograph or a bat or anything like that if you're a reporter. But no, I never saw a rule against champagne bottles. So I have snatched from each of the 3 champagne celebrations the tiebreaker game, the National League Division Series Championship, and now the National League Championship Series. I have snatched a bottle of Rocky champagne, and I attached my credential, my press pass, to each of the bottles.
Folks at home should know that this is classic Drew Soicher, who have this thought to do this ahead of time.
Are you calling me a thief?
No, I'm just calling you well prepared.
All right.
We'll have to move some of the bobbleheads over to make a little more room on
Yes,
the shelf
in
now.
the museum. Good point.
Good night.
And I see London, I see France, I see AI's underpants. It was exactly 1 year ago tonight that the Nuggets acquired Allen Iverson from the Philadelphia 76ers in exchange for Andre Miller, Joe Smith, and 2 draft picks. 365 days later, I'm even more amazed at that laughably lopsided deal than I was then. Here's how Allen Iverson celebrated the 1-year anniversary of his trade to the Nuggets. Running gassers after practice by himself while most of his teammates were in the shower. 12-year NBA veteran, 9-time All-Star, future Hall of Famer, undies exposed, but so what? Iverson's shorts are sagging, but his passion's at an all-time high.
That's all I care about doing, just going out every night and just giving everything I got, playing as hard as I can for my teammates and my fans.
All Iverson's done since he first stepped foot in Denver and received a thunderous ovation as he tore off his sweatsuit is make the Nuggets relevant. They matter again. Win or lose, the Nuggies are fun, exciting, interesting. Nobody worries if AI can coexist with Carmelo Anthony anymore. The 2 superstars play very nicely together, averaging a combined 50 points per game. Iverson had a reputation as a selfish, one-dimensional troublemaker, but that was unfair. He's 3rd in the NBA in both steals and scoring, a terrific leader who sets a great example with non-stop hustle and intensity. 1 measly technical foul and terrific in the community.
I'm happy where I'm at in my career. You know, I'm happy with my surroundings and my family situation.
Happy anniversary, Allen Iverson. Let your hair down. Let your shorts down. Get comfortable and stick around a while.
Hopefully this is it for me. You know, if I could have it my way, you know, I end my career right here.
All 3 finalists for the Rockies public address announcer job were told to speak over the telephone at the same exact time this morning, but only the winner's voice was broadcast over the radio.
3, 2, 1.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Coors Field, home of your Colorado Rockies.
The new voice of Coors Field, say hello to Reed Saunders. Reed, congratulations.
They said, your new voice of Coors Field, Reed Saunders, and I pretty much just screamed and giggled from there on.
Saunders was among more than 250 people who applied for the job, and 18 who were chosen to audition.
Leading off the bottom half of the second inning for the Rockies, first baseman, number 17, Todd HELTON.
I think a great PA announcer should never be the star of the show, much unlike everything we've done here today. And at your worst, you should be a soothing voice in the background. At the best, you're a clear, concise, great element to an already fabulous environment over at Coors Field.
This would be a dream come true, except for one problem. It never dawned on Saunders to dream it.
I never knew when I was sitting there at 13 rows up behind home plate at Mile High when EY hit that first home run that someday I'd be the voice in the Rocky Stadium. But here I am, and I'm going to try to make the best of it.